Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode, The God of High School, which is on episode 2. Now, this episode right here looks pretty nice, and we get to know a little bit more about our characters, our trio characters, main trio, if I have to say so myself, about Jin, Han, and Yu. Anyways, let's just get this episode started. Eventually, before the opening song, we have to that Park Moo-jin, whatever his name is, apparently decides to go visit some kind of organization, and he might have went over there to cause some trouble whatsoever. Whatever the case may be, it might have happened off screen. But aside from that, we have to it that eventually, that Jin, Yu, and Han decides to bond, talk to each other for a bit, because their house is on the same, their home is on the same route home. And we get to know each and every one of them having a different goal, why they joined up with the God of High School tournament. And we have to it that Jin wants to fight all kinds of guys and get stronger himself. And Han, on the other hand, ends up saying he wants to do it for money, but we get to know a little bit from the backstory that was shown to us, a little bit of it, that he wants to get money to help out possibly a friend or a relative that's in the hospital bed. And of course we see Yu's dream of wanting to revive her dojo, but at the same time though, we get to know a little bit more in that, because when Jin messed up by losing her sword into a river, which is his stupidity obviously from the get-go, we get to know that she wants to pass on the successor to someone who could not allow the sword style that she uses, some kind of moon slicing sword style, doesn't die out kind of thing. And I go oh, that's pretty slick, that's really nice to know, etc. But whatever the case may be, yeah, pretty much they all have their own goals, and Jin, after knowing that it's his fault for losing the sword into a river, he decides to help Yu out. And eventually Han decides to bring in some lights so they can look for it much better, and he borrowed the lights from work, which I go hey, that's pretty nice right there, etc. But aside from that, the next part of the tournament begins, where it's a one-on-one battle, where apparently I think Yu gets a little nasty introduction to Go Gamdo, whatever his name is, the guy who uses his legs to fight and not his arms yet. And he apparently tries to mock Jin by saying, I'm gonna kick your butt today, and Jin's he's just sleeping off. And of course Go Gamdo will later on meet up with whatchamacallit, Kang Mun-suk, which apparently that guy has a ability of his own martial arts on his own, which is really nice. But aside from that, it's a one-on-one battle, and of course, Han and Yu end up easily defeating their opponents easily from no tomorrow. But aside from that, we get to see that the real nasty fight begins when it comes to Kang Mun-suk and Go Gamdo. We get to know that Go Gamdo's martial arts style involves some kind of northern taekwondo whatsoever, which apparently we get to know that taekwondo is known to be a martial arts used in a battlefield or an army. And we get to see that in action by Go Gamdo himself, and he's pretty deadly with it. Not to mention the way how he's beating up whatchamacallit, what's his name? Kang. It was really brutal in a certain way that the guy, and not to mention Gamdo or Go Gamdo, whatever his name is trying to get the guy to say you're sorry, beg for forgiveness, and I'll let you go. How's that sound? And the guy said, and Kang, on his own pride and everything, even though he's getting his butt handed to him very badly, even though it looked like he had an advantage at first, but yeah. He pretty much says, I'm not going to ask for forgiveness or even beg for it, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. And we had to that the guy was actually damaging Kang so badly where he was dislocating his arms, and then he's going to break him apart, But it looks like to me he's not giving up, which I give him great commendment for, Eventually, Jin Morty, he really had enough of the guy's style, what he's been doing, and he's really disgusted of his actions. So he ends up interfering and kicks Go Gamdo out of the ring. And of course, this violated the rules of what he's been doing, which is really stupid. But I commend Jin Morty for his goodness of his actions, but you know it's gonna come at a price where he's gonna get in trouble for it. Eventually, Go Gamdo ends up looks like he used his full powers, you know, and is about to go head on with Jin Mori, and Jin Mori decides to use his Renewal Taekwondo triple kick whatsoever and knocks Go Gamdo out easily, you know, and he's not even getting up. Eventually, he gets attacked by Park Moonji or something, and Park Moonji, yeah, Park Moonjin, which apparently that's the guy who's holding the tournament, and because like Park Mori has like violated the rules, you know, I'll let you guys know what his punishment is once we decide on that. I don't know what kind of punishment Jin's gonna get, but one thing for sure, I really hope it's not disqualification. Otherwise, what's the point of him being there in the first place, and what's the point of continuing the story? Obviously, from the get-go, he's gonna get some plot armor of not gonna get simple disqualification. But if that's the case, that'd be shocking. But at the same time, like they can't let him off the hook that easily after what he did, which I can understand why, and you know, etc. Eventually, everybody actually commends Jin Mori of like having such strength and able to beat down Go Gamdo like no tomorrow, like in a simple format. So it looks like our boy Jin Mori is not some simple martial artist, man. I mean, the guy must have been training for a long time when he was young and gotten to a point where he's able to like get this far and wants to get stronger in his own way, which I give him goodness right there. But yeah. Even though, like, you actually commends Jin for actually doing that in a good way, but she says you really are a busybody, you know that? And Jin's like, yeah, I am, and he ends up smiling anyway. Anyways, looking forward to next episode. I mean, like, I don't know what's going to be in store for Jin for next week, you know, but I hope he doesn't, like, get too much of a nasty punishment, but we'll have to figure that out later as soon as it showed up, alright? So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!